Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we do reviews on soap operas. Today is Monday, May 16th, 2016, and we're going to be talking about The Young and the Restless today, that aired at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay, just to give you a little summary, we have Adam and Chelsea renew their vows. We have Nikki turns to an old friend for support. And then we have Phyllis finds herself in hot water. Okay, let's jump right on into it, guys. Like we always do, we recap from last episode, which was on Friday. We have Phyllis and Billy making out to making love. We have Billy. He's remembering the night he spent with Phyllis. And that's pretty much it. And then they go right on into scenes. So we'll go with Chelsea and Adam. They're both are lying into each other's arms. And Chelsea wants to live in a bubble. Okay? She wants to stay in her own little world, if she can, with Adam and baby Connor and her. She don't want anybody else to interfere with their lives. But she's also saying she's kicking herself for going to see Victor in prison. And she's totally freaking out, y'all. So, she just, way out yonder somewhere. And pretty much Adam has to reel her back in, like you're using a fishing pole when you throw your line out and you catch a fish, you have to reel it back in. That's what he basically was trying to do with Chelsea, because she was going off the deep end, okay? Then we go to Victor and Judge Gates. Judge Gates is getting in that ass of Victor. I'm telling you, I haven't seen someone get on Victor this bad and not being scared of him or anything of that matter of, losing anything, because he's basically singling him out. Honey, he basically believed everything Adam told him. And it's true. The judge just tells Victor he's going to make sure he served all 10 years down to the last hours and seconds. And Victor was like, wait a minute now, are you a fair man? He said, I sure am. And Victor said, well, how's that fair? I got to plead my case and this, that to you. And he pretty much basically said, honey, your trial is over. I read your transcripts, and from what everybody's telling me outside of the courtroom about you, I believe it. I sure do believe it 110%. And definitely, if you're using my daughter, you're going to pay dearly for that. And he just pretty much tell Victor off from his head to his feet. And he said he going to do everything possible to make sure that joker stay locked up. And of course, Victor does not like that. Of course, and he's taking notes, names, and he will receive revenge on this particular judge. Because Victor knows what he's doing. He has fun, what do you call it? I won't say fond memories because he's not out of jail. But he's grown fond of Dr. Gates or Meredith, as he say. And at first I thought he was going to kill y'all when we had a scene when he got real close towards the end of the episode. But he kissed her on the cheek. And because I'm thinking this lady, she may be trying to follow in. Meredith Gates, the doctor at the infirmary at the prison that Victor is housed at. I really think she's falling for Victor, like most women do. And she pretty much goes to bat for Victor. I mean, everything Victor has set out for her to do, she goes and do it like clockwork. So basically, the judge was like, you may be using my daughter, she may not see through your reasoning or what you setting up for her. I'm gonna block it. You do not fool me, and that's it. And of course, Victor's hot as hell. But anyway, we move from there. Dr. Gates has gone over to the athletic club, and she's running to Nikki. And Nikki just sitting up there at the bar. I don't know why why is she sitting at the bar? Knowing that's just temptation she's staring at. But anyway, she goes on to try to make out a conversation with Nikki. And Nikki ain't in the mood, And she goes to say, oh, well, you don't know. She goes to introduce herself, but she don't do it the right way. Then she had to go back and redo it and just introduce herself as Dr. Meredith Gates. She's the physician over Victor at the prison that he's serving his time for. And then Nikki say, "Oh, okay, okay. I know you. You're my new husband love interest." You're the new woman in my husband's life. And at first I thought she was being facetious, but I said, no, Nikki got a point. She going somewhere with this storyline. So she pretty much just like, she's taking her little jigs and jabs, because she going to fight for Victor all day, every day. Doesn't matter if they get divorced, separate, whatever, remarried. She going to be, that's a diehard woman for, a mean-ass man as Victor can be. Power hungry to the day he died. She loves that man dirty draws. Okay, all day, every day. And she's basically just saying, Dr. Gates, don't be a fool. Victor is like a chameleon. He can change to fit any situation and circumstance he deemed necessary. Believe me, you're just a pawn in his game. It's not that he's trying to get out to do well. He's trying to get out and do harm. We put him there for a reason, okay? And, Dr. Gates was talking about, he's not the type of guy that needs to be behind bars. He helped her out with her father. She's reaching out to him. And they're mending relationships, and it's all because of your husband. And it's like Nikki just wanted to slap the piss out of her and say, please go back to your playground, your playpen, babe, because what you telling me, you ain't the first one that told me that, but I'm the only one that has lasted out all his other marriages outside ours, and I'm still riding for him. But honey, he don't fool me. He fool me every day that I let him fool me. And he only has two, well, I ain't gonna say he had just two kids, but two kids that actually was raised up under him, which is Victoria and Nicholas. But excuse me, we all know he has a baby by a blind lady, which was Adam. And I forgot, do he have any more children? Anyway, that's nor here and there. But anyway, Nikki just really getting her straight. And then she goes in to say she's going to advocate for Victor's release, and there's nothing she can do about it because she sees another side that maybe the family has forgotten about. and when she leaves, Nikki like, give me the whole goddamn bar. I need to drink the whole bar out because this lady don't even know Adam from Eve. She's talking about she's gonna release my husband. And do you know how much damage he's been waiting to do to us? She said, give me a vodka straight. No, that's just a vodka and martini. Or vodka straight with I don't know how the drink was, but I know I heard vodka and I heard martini. So I was like, oh Lord. But thank you. Thank God Jack is in the athletic club. And then see, he kind of motions over and sees she's in distress. But we'll get back to that. Let's see. We go to commercial. And we come back from commercial and we're on Adam and Phyllis. Phyllis says Billy and her are kindred spirits. No, I'm sorry. That's Jack and Phyllis. They're actually athletes, same athletic club, but the scene that comes up where what is his name? Jack noticed that Nikki is in trouble with her drinking. It comes up pretty much after this episode, after this incident of them showing their scene. So it's Jack and Phyllis, Jack is going to ask her from the same thing that he basically asked her. You want me done by now? Last Friday. He was asking Phyllis. This tripping me out. Basically, my daughter came in. She interrupted me. I'm sorry, and I got my train of thought off. But I was laughing at the episode, and she was asking me, "Why am I laughing?" I said, "This episode was too funny. It was just too funny." But anyway, Faithful Jack goes on to ask Phyllis, do she have feelings for his brother? And he's like, don't tell me about business feelings, because basically that's what she was saying. She was saying we're kindred spirits, and Jack like, forget that. Okay, I'm talking about, do you like him? Are you personally involved with him? Are you wanting to be involved with him? And she goes on to say, like that kindred spirit mess, and she cares about Billy and this, that, and the other, and she just feels like she's just gonna have to give up on him because she needs to focus on one person and one person only that she really wants to have a better relationship with, pretty much. And then she goes on to say, well, she tells Jack, which is a big bald-faced lie, that no, she's not into Billy that way. She looks at Billy as being a brother, all of them being very close, and everything affects them when the other person is hurting. But she said that's the pretty much gist of our relationship. And then Jack grabs her hand like, I was totally wrong in what I was thinking. And no, you weren't, Jack. There you go again. Pussyfooting around, trying to backslide because you don't want to lose this lady. You don't want to be by yourself. You don't want to. I'm just sick of you, Jack. I had good hopes for you last Friday. But here we are. Turn of events have gone. Jack done went back south. He knows what the signs are. He just bald faced, just ignoring them. So whatever you get, Jack, you get. Okay, I'm off of Team Jack. I'm off of Team Jack, y'all. So we go to Billy and Victoria and Johnny. It's Billy's time to have Johnny. I guess he have him once a week or maybe 3 times a week, and she drops him off. But this particular episode, she drops him off, and Billy hadn't cleaned up from him and Phyllis's episode, or escapade, I should say. And she's noticing, things really out of place, and he coming to the door with his shirt off and this, that, and that. So quickly she jumps to the defense and say, well, should we come back? Do you have someone upstairs that's going to make an entrance in a few minutes? That was funny. But anyway, he said he's alone. No, he wasn't. He don't have anybody here, and he starts to look good to her. Because he's all buff, and he already just had a little tryst with Phyllis, so she don't want none of that funky stuff. Cause he ain't took no bath. And anyway, she goes on to say, she's dropping Johnny off for their visit, and the other baby is the nanny has her, and she's gonna go do some work at the office late night. And he's basically telling her she shouldn't be working late, and she should be at home with the kids. And Hannah should be, she should be there with Hannah. But she got this. She ain't got time to be messing with him and what he concerned about when she know he's seeing other women as well. So she goes to the door, to go out, and then she looks like she wants to say something, but she don't. She gone out the door. And so we go to Dr. Gates and Nikki. Nikki says she knows what she said to her. Also, she tells her, because basically Dr. Gates was like, are you sure you want to say that to me? Because I didn't mean to get you riled up and this, that, and the other. But Nikki's confirming, like, yeah, I know what I said to you, and that's what I said, and that's where I'm going to keep it at. And then, she also tells, Victor doesn't do anything for anybody unless it serves him. She's just giving him forewarning, like she was saying. And Dr. Gates, is taking it all in, but she's still saying she wants Victor releases. She's going to talk to the review board, and get that happening. And she was saying, honey, don't let him play you. Don't let him play you like that, because he's playing you like a violin and the rest of the orchestra right now, honey. Can't you hear it? Nah, I just threw that in there. But, Nikki was giving her some, valuable advice, but she's notating it in her head because she does address it with Victor when she gets back to the prison. But we go back to Dr. Judge, Carter, Gates, and Victor. And, Dr. Judge Gates saying, you can play on my daughter's emotions, but I'm not buying it. And your song and dance is weak. I've heard it before. I've seen it before. And trust me, all your actions that you displayed to me today, I know what time it is. I know where you coming from. So if you think you're going to use my daughter to get to me, to give you an early pardon or release, you can forget that. You can forget it. So we go to commercial, we come back, we go to Chelsea and Adam. Adam is trying to calm Chelsea down still. He says Victor is trying to get them scared and vulnerable and possibly have them break up. But he says to her that they are solid. Solid as a rock. Okay? So Chelsea, she's really loving what she's hearing and this, that, and the other. And if I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't notice it. Didn't really care too much either anyway. She actually, when they broke up the last time, I guess she took their rings and engraved them. That said something about now and forever. But it just wasn't the opportune time. The opportunity didn't really presented itself to be worthy of her showing him the rings and them saying they want to be with each other and this, that, and the other. So, with him coming back and wanting to live with her and, try to get to know her again and build on their relationship, becoming back solid, and them just being there for Connor as husband and wife. They've been working on it, and definitely the things that they've been dealing with Victor and all his antics have drawn them closer. So she goes and get the rings from under the sink and she gives them to him, and they pretty much, say, good things about each other, and they want to give it another try, and they do. And before they actually try to exchange vows to themselves, they go get ready and, want to make a formal date out of it. And pretty much officiate their own renewal and vows. And it was very cute and very romantic. And I'm sure a lot of people will probably be doing that than actually going through the whole song and dance of hiring a minister, doing it that way, and then a reception. It's better to do it that way. And then y'all go out and have a nice dinner, come back, make love. It's all solidified. Okay? But anyway, we go back to Adam, and he's on his knees at this time, and Chelsea just can't wait. She said, "Marry me." I said, that's my kind of girl. Just go. He's saying it too slow. He feeling it. He's on the right road. But he had to laugh himself, y'all. He said, "Wait a minute, you didn't give me a chance to ask you." She said, "Well, go on and ask me then." And then he gets down on one knee. He was like, "Chelsea, will you marry me again?" And she said, "Yes, you nut." I put that nut in there, but I'm going with it. Both of them were excited, and that was cute. And then that's when they go and call themselves getting dressed up for their little intimate moment by candlelight they're going to have together. So we actually go to Nikki and Victor. No, I'm sorry. Nikki and she's still talking with Dr. Gates. And I think I really went over this before earlier, saying he was a chameleon. It's all about his wants, his needs. Dr. Gates said no, he's all about forgiveness. Give him a chance. You'll probably see what I've been seeing. And that's when Nikki said that, she was, basically saying she finna release Victor, maybe not today or that week, but she's gonna boycott for him to, be released. And Nikki said she asked the bartender for a vodka martini. That's what it was. Okay, and then so she's kind of shaking and everything because she's like, this woman just finna upset my life totally. He's in jail. He's upsetting me. Putting him out of jail where he can have all the tools of his trade to really put me under. Oh no, I need a drink. So then Jack goes in and motions to Phyllis that it's like a 911 call. He can pretty much see her from his table that he was talking with Phyllis. I guess they just want to have drinks or talk. Because like I said, when they go to the athletic club, I see very little eating going on. Very little food put in place, bringing to somebody. So it's just some tomfoolery when it comes to the athletic club. But anyway, he goes over to see Nikki at the bar, and he sees her struggling. He told her, "Didn't I tell you to call me when you're out of your sorts and you think you want to have a drink? What is going on? Why are you at this bar? And why are you acting like you're nervous and this, that, and that?" So we go from that scene, we go to Victoria, who she's calling herself Tori when she's with Travis. She walks into Hank's and she flirts with Travis, you know, and he's there already. He's letting her know he's finna get ready to get off. And you know, she's pretty much look like she's finna get a hold of Travis tonight. She, you know, and I think it's more so because the fallback with Billy and all his little trysts he's been having lately, and she just feels like, hey, if he getting some, I want some too. But anyway, they go to commercial. We come back well, at the Hank's bar, and Travis gives her a new drink to try out, and she drinks it all up, and she said, "Oh, I love it, I love it." Then he asked her to go back to his place, and she said, "Okay." And I'm like, he wasn't expecting that. I'm like, what you put in that drink? What did you put in that drink, boy? But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Chelsea and Adam. They are both initiating their own private wedding ceremony. Like I said, it's very cute, very quaint. Had lights. She was in a beautiful pink gown or dress, I would say. And he was, you know, up in his little nice suit, you know, like he could have really actually been going to the courthouse getting married, or it could have been something very informal but formal in a sense, if you get my drill. Maybe at a, you know, the chancellor state or, you know, something like that. Just candles going, the mood is going well. They probably had light music in the background. I don't know, but it just I was here for it. I was like, oh, go on, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. But like I said, they were commencing their own wedding ceremonies. They were renewing their commitment, and it was a celebration for both of them and their family with Connor. Like I said, they look so good together. They were picture perfect, y'all. And they are both, you know, calling each other their soulmates pretty much. And we go from that scene, we go back to Victoria and Travis. Victoria's at Travis' place, and they're getting ready, honey. They're getting ready to have sex. It's all up in there, okay? Then we move from there. We go to Billy and Johnny. Johnny and, you know, Billy, they pretty much was sitting at home on the sofa looking at baseball. And then I don't know what he was doing. He had been playing with it, and, you know, Billy was like, what you got on your mouth? What you got in your hand? Because we don't want nothing to go in your mouth. We ain't got time to go to the, you know, hospital or whatnot. And have your mother come back and get on my ass about not watching you. And so he said, I got a button. So he got the button from his hand. And of course, the button that he has, it goes to Phyllis's shirt. So when they were tearing their clothes off, I guess they didn't care about, you know, the wardrobe or whatever. So he has Phyllis's button that she's that pretty blue blouse she had on go to, because she referenced missing a button too, and then Chelsea saw she was missing one too when they were at the athletic club. But we go back to Nikki, Jack, Phyllis, Adam, and Chelsea. Nikki is telling Jack she just got finished talking with that doctor that's over there where Victor's current residence at the prison. And she thought this will help somehow. She gonna advocate. She's advocating for Victor's early release. Can you believe that? What kind of shit is that, Jack? What kind of shit is that, Adam? I need a drink. They both were like, what? What you talking about? This, that, and that. Then that's what Adam and Chelsea, you know, like I said, they was having a night of their own. I don't know what they come to the athletic club. I'm telling you, because they, I don't really see no drinks going. I don't see no food or whatever. But, you know, it's television, so I'm going to go with it. But they come up and they hear Jack talking to Nikki about the strange things that are happening that particular night. And he said, he butts in, he said, no, Nikki, I know her very well. I talked with her, and I definitely talked to her dad. And her dad is not hearing it. He even pretty much said he could care less about what Victor may be trying to do as far as befriending his daughter. But no, sir, no, ma'am. That's not going to happen. So pretty much he was just trying to calm her down. He had to get his wife early, okay? They had to come to the athletic club and calm down Nikki. But Nikki know her man, okay? She ain't listening to what he talking about. She said she finna get the hell out of there, you know, because she going to get her drink somewhere because she needs it. So they didn't show her leaving the athletic club because basically while Jack and Adam was trying to cool her down, meaning Nikki, Phyllis just, you know, she couldn't take it no more, because after she heard Victor might be getting early release, she gets say she can't take that, so she got the hell on too. She went outside, and Jack was gonna go, but Chelsea says she got it. It's a girl thing. She knows about the situation that got Victor and her off killed with one another. And she'll handle it. And then Victor thanked her and said, yeah, take care of my baby. So they both went outside and they were light talking, at the little table outside of the restaurant where I guess you could go eat if you wanted to. And Chelsea was pretty much making small talk here and there. And then, she was letting Phyllis know that her and Adam had renewed their vows, just the two of them. And they were coming out celebrating, like I said, I guess gonna have something to eat at the athletic club as well as drinking. And she's just going around just, saying, she really admires Jack and Phyllis's relationship. It has stood the test of time. They've been in their comings and goings with each other, getting divorced, getting back together, just riding out the storm when it comes to ups and downs when you have a marriage. And, you don't necessarily see eye to eye. She said, me and Adam really look up to you all. Now, of course, Phyllis is feeling really dumb and stupid at the time. And she's taking this grand compliment from, this young girl that's sitting there. They're telling her she admires her and this, that, and that. Instead of her going and setting her straight, saying sometimes, hey, you cheat in marriages. Is it right? No, it's not. Is it fulfilling? For some, it may be because they may be ending their marriage to go with that person. But most, no, it's not. And you're stuck with all the embarrassment, the shame, the grief, she should have just told her that way. But anyway, that would be doing the right thing. And it'll open up another can of worms where she would have to question what she did and for somebody to give their perspective or tell her what they feel about her for real. And she just wasn't finna do that. And, I think Chelsea felt that she may have stepped in a door that really wasn't meant for her to come through, in a sense, about the whole conversation of putting her on a pedestal, her and Jack's relationship or marriage, when it's not even that. It's it's just like on the outside looking in. You don't know the specifics and you can't hear what discussions are going on, but you're seeing it and you think it's loving and warm, but it's not. It's very empty. And like I said, Jack is hanging. He's in the bed somewhere. And we're going to keep him there because we don't want to go back on Jack's foolishness on how he let women just walk all over his ass. But anyway, she goes and tells Phyllis, is it something she said? Phyllis says no, because she gets up from the table because she can't stand the compliments when she knows they're not warranted. And then she goes to get up to try to walk away, and then that's when Chelsea's like, did I offend you? Did I say something? And she says no, it's not you. And then Chelsea goes on to say, you can talk to me. I know we're not close, but pretty much I'm a good listener. But it is what it is. So it goes to a commercial, and then we come back, and then we're back with Dr. Gates and Victor. She's gotten back from the athletic club after talking with Victor's wife, and she's pretty much telling him of everything that transpired as far as conversation wise with his wife. And he's like, oh hell, another stumbling block. Well, you can't pay too much attention to her because she's alcoholic. So honey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But basically she's telling her, look, she didn't pretty much look like she was no alcoholic to me. She's a sound mind and sound body, and she's saying you're trying to use me. You're acting like you're this way in the prison system, and you're saying all the right things. Are you really using me? Are you trying to get me to advocate for your early release, but you're really a wolf in sheep clothing? I mean, what's going on with this? And he looks at her so strange, like he's like, I can't catch a damn break. Golly, it's very frustrating with your father. Now you coming in here questioning my character and, calling me a chameleon because my wife called me a chameleon. And, he's pretty much want to get mad with her, and he has to control himself pretty much because that's going to feed into the whole thing, what everybody's been pretty much trying to tell her. From Adam, from Victoria, her coming to the funeral on behalf of Victor, like, what doctor do that? What doctor do that? And even Nikki questioned her, is it something that's a normal thing that you do for all of your patients you see at the hospital? You know, she goes on to say no, but it's extra, you know, extraordinary people kind of get to her, and she has to, like, I guess, comply with their wishes. But no, everything she's doing is out of order. It doesn't warrant her to be doing it, and it, you know, it's downright. I think somebody could report her to the board, you know, because I don't think she's there to take care of clients' physical health. And if it's mental, then she needs to refer them out to some sort. But yeah, she's just on my nerves too. But then we go back to Nikki. Nikki's trying to take a drink, honey. She done went outside of the athletic club to a little quiet spot, and she doesn't notice the spot that she in has a little plaque in memory of Catherine Chancellor. You know, Catherine Chancellor was an alcoholic too, and she was very sober. She had very long sobriety. Especially when she got married for the last time to, God, I can't think of the man's name. No, it wasn't Max. Ooh, I can't think of him, but he's a sweet little old man. And anyway, you know, that was her person she would go to for any issue she was having, whether it was good times, whether it was bad times. Well, hell, she just wanted to hang out with her. That was her, what do you call it? Her mentor, her confidant, and everything. Since Miss Chancellor is no longer, you know, with us in real life as well, I believe. Anyway, yeah, she's gonna take her swig, and when she looked up and looked at that plaque, she had to put that little bottle, you know, the little bottle of alcohol. What I'm talking about is the alcohols that you find in what do you call it, in these hotels or motels. They have a little mini bar. She had a little mini bar drink, y'all. I was like, no, she did. No, she did go to the convenience store and pick up a little mini thing. But anyway, she went to go put it towards her lips to drink, and she motions and looks up at the wall, and, you know, she's begging for Catherine. Well, she's begging for her forgiveness, also, to Catherine's Chancellor's little plaque, and she's wanting Catherine, if it any possibility she's around in spirit form, to help her find, you know, the strength and the courage to not take this drink, because she needs it. You know, Victor just really has upset her with his idea of coming back home too soon. Yeah, I was like, honey, you need to be praying to the Lord. You don't need to be praying to Catherine Chancellor, because she's no longer in this world with all this mess and this foolishness going on. But anyway, she looks for inspiration and a touch from Catherine to get her back on the even keel, so she don't have to drink. But we move on from that situation. We go to Phyllis and Chelsea. And Phyllis is telling Chelsea, don't put her and Jack on a pedestal as high as she got them. Just they let them fall down like the rest of the ordinary people. Or even lower than that. You might could put leave Jack up there. But I am no saint, honey. I am a sinner right now. And I done been deflowered by another man. And that she didn't say that, but you know, that's what she should have said. And it really would have hushed Chelsea up. Honey, model your own marriage by what y'all do. Don't look at nobody else's window or nobody else's grass. Make sure it's greener than yours. You know, none of that stuff. Pay attention to your own lane and your own relationship. Don't be going over there wavering, looking at somebody else's and comparing yours to it. That's pretty much what Phyllis was trying to say, but you couldn't get it out. So we leave that situation. We go to Travis and Victoria. Of course, you know, I had told you recently that they were getting ready to make love or really have sex. It was just lust. Victoria's lying in bed, and Travis calls himself sleep, and she gets a phone call from, well, you know, she's lying wide awake, like, what did I just do? That's not me. Like, yeah, it was. You were thinking on your instinct, and your body was calling. You was paying more attention to the flesh than what your mind was telling you. So shut up, Victoria. But anyway, Billy calls her because Johnny is wanting to say goodnight to her for some reason. He's not resting either. So she starts out by whispering because she don't want to wake up her partner over there, Big Travis. And she gets out of bed and she goes towards the door where he can't really hardly hear her. And so Billy said, why are you whispering? And And she said, I'm not whispering. She got a little bit louder. So, of course, that's going to problem. More than likely, and it did wake up Travis. So she's telling her baby boy, she loves him. She's telling Billy to make sure she kiss him. I guess how the way she kissed him on his forehead, on his cheeks, both sides. And, tucks him in real tight. And she goes with that, telling him she loved him to the moon and back. So he was solidified with that. He was ready to go to sleep. Billy got back on the phone. He told her thank you for, saying whatever she does to get him to go to sleep and be comfortable with that. And she said, no problem, take care of my baby. He said, I always will. And, they get off the phone. But then Travis done woke up and he has heard that she has a child. Okay. So we goes back to, we go to commercial. We come back. We're on Victoria and Travis. And, Travis scares her because he's asking her all these questions. And see, when, she wasn't ready for them kind of questions yet because she's being in this fictitious world where instead of she telling him her real name, which is Victoria, she gonna tell this nut it's Tori. So she's just living in a fast lane of lies. And they're really ready to get exposed. They're unraveling, and she just gets so crazed and she just runs out of there pretty much. Thank God she put on the clothes, y'all. But we go from there to Johnny and Billy, and Billy's ready. Billy's ready to go to bed. Johnny is making sure he reads him a bedtime story. He falls right on fast asleep, so he's already tired. And Billy was pretty much thinking about why him and Victoria can't get it together. Yes, he loves her. Yes, she loves him. But they both headstrong and stubborn ass people. Okay? So that's really what's keeping them apart. Their egos and their pride. So, he goes on to tell Johnny, his son, that him and his mother both love him and this, that, and that. The boy was supposed to be asleep anyway. I don't think he was asleep, but, for filming purposes, he kept his eyes closed. And, how parents just talk to their children. They know they don't really hear them, but they feel they need to tell them what they need to tell them. So that's pretty much what he was doing to his son, letting them know both parents love him dearly and they're going to always protect him and his sister Hannah and this, that, and the other. Okay, we go from there. We go back to Jack and Adam. Jack done said he don't know where the hell, his wife at, or Chelsea, because I guess he went outside after Nikki left, and he was looking for her, couldn't find her. And so both men are bonding again with each other and talking about the Victor situation. And then Adam starts saying, ain't nobody gonna be safe. If Victor gets out, ain't nobody gonna be safe. So he looked like he needing a drink, y'all. I'm like, this is just too freaking much. I'm like, damn, Victor got pulled. He's just like a little gangster up in there. But, just I ain't scared of him. Forget him. So, pretty much, Adam had to get himself together. Yes, he did. He had to get himself together because, Chelsea's leaning on his strength. And then he had to say, okay, yeah. He started remembering what he was telling Chelsea. So he got his chest pumped back up because it got deflated. He had like he wanted to drink the whole bar out too, like Nikki. But, Jack got him straight and, he came back to be the person he was. And we went into the last and final scene, which was with Dr. Gates and Victor. Dr. Gates, said she was basically asking Victor, how does she know and can feel comfortable that he's not trying to railroad her, make her look like a fool? She get him released and he go back out there raising more hell and doing more devilish deeds than what he did prior to him getting up in there. And then, Victor said, well, you don't. I can't make you believe what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm coming from a sincere space with you. All my intentions are true in nature. And, I don't know what to say that could convince you. And he pretty much goes over to her, looking her in the eyes and stuff. He said, you don't know. If, what I done told you, you're not really, solidified in everything that I said, then I don't know. I know what I'm telling you. If you don't believe it, that's on you. And he gives her a cheek kiss. He kissed her on the cheek. And, I guess you could feel his disappointment, his letdown. But he knew it was still clouded in a lot of, you know, empty promises. And like Nikki said, it's all about him. But his ass on got caught. That's what it is. And everybody's like not on his side. But I think, like I said, Dr. Gates had a fun. He done grew a fun space in her heart. So she's gonna do what she got to do. It's gonna be the bad thing, but you know, Victor always do women wrong. But he end up setting them up for life. With financial, monetary, or anything that they want out there, he gonna make sure they get it. He'll knock down all kind of corporation doors and organizations to get that person that helped him. You know, even though he did him wrong now. Hell, he'll even give her a spot in Newman Enterprises, whatever she wants to be. He'll make it happen. But that, guys, was it for the young and the restless. Like I said, I had they were tickling me pink, okay? And you know I'm a color shade of mocha, but they had me laughing. They had me that between Nikki, Jack, and Adam. I was rolling. I was rolling. But anyway, like I said, that was the recap on Young and the Restless for May 16th, which is this Monday. And it aired Eastern Standard Time at 3. I will be back tomorrow, God willing. And we will be talking about more of the Young and Restless for Tuesday. All right, you guys, take it easy and good night. Bye-bye.